It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Double dog, that's the way. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. SOS.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Alert. 4 down. Alert.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
That's out to the left and complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4. Alert.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
On the coverage.
Check hot route. Hot.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And incomplete on the deep ball. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You got 3 down.
Trubisky to throw again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, 18. Alert.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
29-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Results.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Lock in, lock in. Watch tight end, tight right,
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
check 31, check 31.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
After the sack on first down, Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
At their own.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And he'll get get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The Colts' leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
Up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
55, Mike. Hey, 18. Shit! Slam! 55's Mike. Blue.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Red up. Red up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward. It got his man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Chicago. Jimmy Graham. 81 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And there's a familiar sight. Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Colts.
Set. 390. Hey, 79. 79. What you got, Natty? Give me some. Here we go. Shift.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
It's a pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
180.
Rivers now from the 50. And he's got his man Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Number 13.
T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than a...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds rolling over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. Look at the spin. Balance. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Second and 9.
And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the other games going on here around the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now it's Patterson. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Check 4, check 4. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check the backer, check the backer. Deuce, deuce. Alert, 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 alert.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Fights through, and now a crease. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Quickly into the hands of Patterson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
All right, 390.
Rivers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bears take over
at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. 18. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Check that. Alert, 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 alert.
They snap it in 1. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the Bears' 34-yard line.
That's it, 180. 180. Number 53. Load it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Hines.
Rivers pass.
Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
It's 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rabbit.
Here's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st down, Colts.
180. 180. 53.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. I'm coming after you. 53 to Mike.
To throw again, Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Rivers.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get this. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check three. Check three.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Here we go. I got 29. I got 29. Trip. Check. Red,
Trubisky will throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the teammate.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
28-yard gain.
That's good for 28 yards. Now Rivers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. To try again after the sack. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Trubisky to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
Juice. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
An 18-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
turnovers, and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
By Jalen Johnson.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Trey Burton making the catch for his new team, the Colts, but he was a member of these Bears the last 2 seasons. Had a career best 54 catches, in fact, 2 years ago, but then injuries held him to just 14 total catches in 2019. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's the run! And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Bring it up. 54 Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
7-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Montgomery. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Right there in the middle. 55. Take me up.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what? They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking deep for Hilton. Got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A second down throw for Rivers. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
58, keep it skinny. 58, come on. Oh, you got deep?
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they will take a knee here.
Double tight. We got three, fellas, we got three. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Three down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, keep it up.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.